This is Jacob Sucker 13 here, and today we're going to be doing some more predictions for FIFA 15 card ratings. And today we have four players: Falcao, Royce, Ribery, and Robin. All of them I'm predicting to be around the same rating. I don't think they'll differ too much from each other's cards in terms of rating. And a couple of them could be higher, could be lower. And all three of these players are fairly high rated. And the next video I do on these rating predictions will probably be like the top five highest rated players that I haven't predicted yet. But anyways, go ahead and start off with Falcao. He had a terrible debut season with Monaco. He played, um, I don't actually remember how many games. We have the stats right here. He played 20 games last year. Well, actually, I don't know when he played in the Copa America. I don't follow it. And that's if you count it. He has 11 goals in 20 games, but for Monaco, he only played 17 games last season in his first season there. He only scored 9 goals in debatably, well, not really, I guess in this case. It's not like a switch from the Premier League to the Liga BBVA or vice versa. It's from Liga BBVA at Atletico Madrid to Monaco in Ligue 1, where it's pretty much just PSG and Monaco, a couple other teams competing. But anyways, so he's in a less challenging league. He only got 9 goals in 17 games, and then he got injured for the rest of the season and is still out during the World Cup. So not a good year for him. And I don't really mind him. I don't not like him, but I don't like him either. I mean, he's a good player, definitely. But Cavani was rated 87, and he did much better in the league, even being the second man behind Ibrahimovic. I might predict Cavani in a later video, but anyways, Falcao compared to one of his teammates at Monaco, Dimitar Berbatov, who was brought in to replace Falcao, and he only played 12 games, which is with Falcao playing 17, so he didn't play as many games, but he did get 6 goals and 4 assists in the 12 games he played, which is pretty dang good, especially considering he was formerly playing for Fulham and not doing that well at all. He got 4 goals and 1 assist and 18 appearances for them. But then at Monaco he did very well. Well, not really outstanding, but more than you would have expected from him. And considering that he's brought in to replace Falcao, you wouldn't expect him to do as good as Falcao actually did. But it was the other way around. He did, I'd say, slightly better, and he's rated like 82 or something like that in FIFA. So when you look at it that way, Falcao definitely deserves a downgrade. It could be by more, and for two reasons. First off, he didn't have that great of a season, especially like compared to last season. He's in the league. Second off, like I said, he didn't do as good as Berbatov. Slightly, like almost did as good, I'd say. And then thirdly, FIFA have a tendency to downgrade players after they get injured, regardless of their performances. However, I think the only case of that won't be that way will be Ramsey, just because of the season he had. But, so, after all that, I've downgraded him by 2 to an 88, could be an 87. But he's definitely not a 90. There's no way. He's not even close to the level of Ibrahimovic. Um, And I'm downgrading his pace by 1, his shooting by 3, passing by 1, dribbling by 1, and his heading down by 1. And so, yeah, 88 rated. And then on to Ribery. I've downgraded his pace by 1, his shooting by 3, his passing by 2, his dribbling by 1. And I've downgraded his rating by 2 because he didn't have nearly as good of a season at Bayern Munich this time around. Obviously, Bayern Munich didn't have that great of a season, so he's not gonna do as well. Like they did win the league in the quickest that they've ever won it, so there was that. But then after that, they did just about nothing. They lost 4-0 and 1-0 to Real Madrid, which was great for me because of being a Real Madrid fan. But Riri just not as good this season, and he really isn't that much better than Robin, which is why I've given him an 88 rating. And he could be an 89, he also could be an 87. It just depends on the way you look at it. But to think that he was a Ballon d'Or candidate just last year. I don't really think he deserved to be in that top 3 anyways, but anyways, then comparing him to Robin, I've kept Robin at an 88 rated, and I've upgraded his pace by 1, or his shooting by 1, and his passing by 1. Comparing their stats, Robin actually, I originally thought Robin did better this season. Robin actually did better this season. Well, like the year before, like Robin did better and should have been in the Ballon d'Or, a Ballon d'Or candidate instead of Ribery, although neither of them were really deserving it. But this season round, Robin actually hasn't done as well, but just nearly. And if you count the World Cup, they're pretty even. Um, Robin could get a downgrade, but like based on the season, he's still had a pretty good season. Um, and he's also doing good in the World Cup, so I think he'll probably just stay the same. He doesn't really deserve an upgrade either. And saying that, I hate Robin with a passion. I don't like how he dives all the time. Um, Obviously, dove for the winning goal from the penalty mark against Mexico. Admitted that it was a dive. That's why he's got that little this thing, the diving gear on. Didn't know that was there. It's the same thing as like the Suarez picture. I like how Footwiz does that. But anyways, so they didn't really. They were kind of even on stats. So I've given them both 88 ratings. And other than that, Royce compared to Ribery. I'll go ahead and pull up the stats on that. But this is probably the main prediction of the squad is Royce and Ribery. Now, I think that Royce, well, obviously Royce did better than Ribery. I think he deserves a higher rated, but I don't think he'll get it. They play basically the same position. They play in the same league. Even though Royce should probably go to a different team. He stayed with Dortmund for a while, and he's done well. He did well last season also. But 21 goals, 15 assists in 39 games is amazing, especially when you see how much Ribery's getting. Royce has played in 7 less games than Ribery, but he has 8 more goals and 3 more assists. So, much better season. And he's actually kind of up there, similar stats to Bale. But anyways, so yeah, after looking at that, if I can click on it, I've given him an upgrade of 2, maybe could give him an upgrade of 3. Also, again, could only upgrade it by 1. It just depends. I think he probably is most deserving of the 87 rated. And I've kept his pace the same, upgraded his shooting by 2, his passing by 3, and his dribbling by 2. Didn't upgrade his passing by more than his shooting due to the fact, due to his passing, due to his assists. Like, he didn't get as many assists as goals. But it's just the fact that he already had 86 shooting, and I think his passing does deserve to be 83. And then I've only upgraded his shooting by 2. But I think both those are deserved, and then I've upgraded his dribbling by 2 as well. So those are all the predictions. I could see all of them happening, but at the same time, FIFA might keep Ribery at an 89, could also keep him at a 90, which they definitely shouldn't. He definitely deserves a downgrade, but it just depends on how much. And Royce definitely deserves an upgrade. Obviously, could be going to somewhere like Barcelona. Barcelona are rumored to get him, even though they shouldn't buy him. They don't need him, same as they don't need Suarez. But if he does go to Barcelona, I'd say he's definitely going to get the 87 rated, and might even get the 88, just because of the fact that he's moving to Barcelona. But anyways, that'll be the end of the video. Leave a comment saying what you want me to do the video after next, what you want me to do, goalkeepers, leaving specific players down, stuff like that. I'll predict any players that I know much about. And yeah, so like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.